deals primarily with spring flowering shrubs which are endemic or native to Australia. By watching this video, you're going to develop your understanding and ability to identify and use a wider range of Australian native shrubs. The key to understanding how to identify and use any sort of plants, including Australian natives, is to develop an understanding of the plant families that they belong to. Once you know a plant family and the characteristics which put plants in that family, it becomes a lot easier to identify plants which are in that family, and also it becomes easier to decide how to use and how to care for plants in that family. Plants in a particular family, in a very general way, share similar requirements and characteristics. The system of plant classification, first of all, involves placing all plants with very broad similar characteristics into a plant family. Those plant families are then subdivided into genera. The singular of genera is a genus. The genus is then subdivided into species, and the species then may be subdivided into varieties or cultivars. A cultivar is simply a variety which is being cultivated or grown by man. Plants in the RUTACEAE family are woody plants. They have oil glands on the leaves. The foliage is frequently aromatic, sometimes the flowers. And they all have 4 to 5 petals on the flowers. Plants in the RUTACEAE family include Boronias, Correas, Protea, DODONAEA, Eriostemon, Flinders, Microcitrus, Morea, Phabalium, and Xeria. Boronia megastigma, commonly known as the brown boronia, flowers in spring and grows to around 1 metre tall and 1 metre diameter. It's very popular and successful as a cut flower, but the plant can be short-lived. As with many boronias, you can extend the life of the plant if you prune it annually. Boronia Mülleri is a plant with pink flowers in spring that grows to around 50 centimetres by 1 metre. Boronia Mirandi Candy is a variety of Boronia heterophylla, but an early flowering variety. It has fragrant red-pink flowers like most Boronia heterophyllas, and can grow up to around 2 metres or taller and perhaps 1.5 metres in diameter. Protea is a small but widely grown genus in the RUTACEAE family. There are only 3 species. They normally grow in moist, high rainfall areas, and they can flower for long periods of time, maybe even 9 months or more of the year. Correas are commonly known as native fuchsias. Most come from the southeastern part of Australia. There are only 11 species of Correas, but there are many named cultivars. Correa reflexa has green to blue-green foliage and red flowers with yellow tips. There are a wide range of cultivars of Coreoreflexa, and the flower colour can vary significantly between cultivars.
This is Eriostemum myoporoides from the RUTACEAE family. It's commonly called a wax flower. It has beautiful 5-petaled white flowers. They're very, very fragrant. The foliage also is quite fragrant as well, very aromatic. Eriostemums do quite well in partial shade or filtered sunlight, and they tend to have a bit of a problem with scale and sooty mould, but if they're kept in check they can be quite pretty plants. Masses and masses of flowers in spring. Bees love them.
Eriostemum includes around 33 species of shrubs. Eriostemum verrucosus grows to 1.5 metres tall. It has white flowers that develop from pink buds, mainly in spring. This species is hardy in most soils but doesn't tolerate waterlogging. Eriostemum australasius can vary significantly in height, anything from 1 to 2.5 metres tall. It has pink or mauve to white flowers, and it's one of the most attractive species, but can be difficult to grow without perfect drainage and a cool, constantly moist root system. Fabalium includes around 45 species, almost all from Australia but one from New Zealand. The natural habitat of Fabaliums is variable. The flower colour can also vary, white, yellow or pink, but are usually fluffy in appearance and occur in spring. Fabalium elatius grows to around 2 metres tall and has white flowers and glossy leaves. Fabalium glandulosum grows to around 1 metre tall, has cream yellow flowers and wedge-shaped leaves. Fabalium squamulosum can vary in height, anything from 1 to 3 metres tall. It has yellow flowers and lanceolate or lance-shaped leaves. Fabalium dentatum grows to around 2 metres tall. It has pale yellow flowers and narrow leaves with a toothed margin. Most Fabaliums prefer good drainage. Some like shade and thick organic mulch. Some will tolerate wet soils. There are 6 species of Diplolanea, all from southwest Western Australia. These occur mainly in coastal areas. They have very showy flowers and they're relatively hardy plants. Most prefer filtered sunlight or partial shading. The family STERCULIACEE, the currajongs and paper flowers, include trees, shrubs and herbs. The flowers usually have 5 petals. These are mainly tropical and subtropical plants, and they include Australian plants such as Sterculia, Thomasia and Brachichiton. Thomasia occurs in temperate climates and medium to low rainfall areas. Thomasia flowers are pink, mauve or white. The plants prefer full sun or part shade and are generally very hardy. Many Thomasias grow very well and easily in southeast Australia. Proteaceae is a diverse family with around 800 species and 38 genera in Australia. Proteaceae is commonly known for the large showy flowers which are borne on many of the species. Examples of Australian native genera in this family include Grevillea, Banksia, Hakea, Stenocarpus, Isopogon, Tilapia and Dryandra. Flowers are variable, although the petals tend to be insignificant. Leaves are often thick and dry in texture, and often with sharp tips. Seeds are large and woody. Generally, plants in this family require well-drained soils, and commonly they suffer from iron deficiency and phosphorus toxicity in cultivation. The family does include some rainforest genera also, including the macadamia. Grevillea sericea grows to around 1 metre tall, but can spread up to 2 metres in diameter. Its flowers are pink, and its leaves are oval in shape. Grevillea dimorpha is sometimes classified as a subspecies of Grevillea speciosa. This plant can grow 1 to 2 metres tall and 2 metres in diameter. It has brilliant red flowers and the foliage fine or broad. Grevillea juniperina grows to around 2 metres tall and 2 metres in diameter. There is also a variety which is creeping, Grevillea juniperina prostrate, which can have red or yellow flowers. There are many forms of Grevillea linearifolia. Some are prostrate, others can grow up to 4 metres in height. The spread of this plant can be anything from 1.5 metres to 4 metres in diameter. Grevillea speciosa oleoides can grow to around 2 metres tall and 1.5 metres in diameter, with scarlet flowers and dark green foliage. Grevillea bipinnata grows to around 1 metre tall and 1 metre diameter, with orange-red flowers and stiff and divided leaves. Grevillea microstygia can vary in height, anything from 30 centimetres to 1.5 metres tall, and it spreads anything from 2 to 3 metres or more in diameter. Grevillea montes cole can grow anything from 30 centimetres tall to 2 metres high, and anything from 2 to 4 metres in diameter. There are at least 250 species of grevilleas, and all but 7 are endemic to Australia. About half of these occur in southwest Western Australia. A large number of cultivars are also available. Grevilleas are very popular, particularly in temperate Australia. Grevillea banksii is a plant to 2.5 metres tall and perhaps 2 metres diameter, with red or cream flowers and grey, dark green foliage. This particular grevillea has been hybridised or bred with a range of other species to produce quite a variety of different types of grevilleas. Mason's hybrid is just one of them. Many of these banksii hybrids grow particularly well in warmer subtropical or tropical climates. Grevillea radiant pink is a hybrid between Grevillea alpina, which is a very small, low-growing grevillea, and Grevillea levangulaceae. Grevillea perunda queen is a hybrid between Grevillea juniperina and Grevillea victoriae, with soft pointed oval leaves and orange flowers. It grows to around 2 metres tall and spreads to 2.5 metres in diameter. Grevillea perunda firebird is a hybrid between Grevillea oleoides and Grevillea speciosa. It grows to around 2 metres tall and 2.5 metres diameter and has grey-green leaves and brilliant red flowers. Grevillea perunda constans grows to around 2 metres tall and 2.5 metres diameter. It's a hybrid between Grevillea juniperina and Grevillea victoriae. It has soft linear leaves and red flowers. The hardiness of grevilleas is variable according to the species. Some are very easy to grow, others can be a little more difficult. The growth rate of grevilleas is generally medium to quick. Grevilleas adapt to most soils. Some prefer acidic soil, many prefer clay, but all require reasonable drainage. There are 35 species of isopogon. They tend to grow in heath country or open forest. Some isopogons are relatively small shrubs, perhaps only growing up to 1/2 metre in height. But there are also others which grow to 2 metres or even perhaps taller. There are approximately 40 species of petrophile. Petrophiles grow in full or filtered sunlight, but not heavy shade, and they must have good drainage. There are around 130 species of Hakeas. Hakea salicifolia can grow up to 5 metres tall and 3 metres in diameter. It has cream flowers and the young leaves have reddish tips. Hakea lysocarpa is a hardy hakea, growing to around 1 metre tall and spreading. Hakea bucculenta grows to around 3 metres tall and 2 metres in diameter. The red flowers are spectacular and great as a cut flower. Hakea bucculenta has smooth bark and it prefers full sun, but will adapt to a wide range of conditions. Banksias include around 73 species. All of these are Australian except Banksia dentata, which is also found in Papua New Guinea.
What we have here is a new variety of Banksia. It's called Banksia birthday candles. This is a great little plant. Recently come onto the market in the last couple of years. It normally grows to a size about that and is a vigorous flower. As you can see, the flowers are visible, which in some Banksias the flowers tend to be hidden away a little bit. But it's great for rockeries or just small, even cottage style gardens. This is a specimen of Banksia spinulosa. This hails from the eastern side of Australia and as a consequence is able to be grown in a wider variety of soils than those that come from Western Australia.
The hardiness of Banksias varies greatly, but the West Australian types are often difficult to grow in the east, unless they're grown as a graft on top of an eastern variety. There are anything from 70 to over 100 different species of Dryandra, depending on whose classification you follow. Dryandra formosa grows to around 3 metres tall and can get to 4 metres in diameter. It has yellow flowers in spring and summer and is one of the hardiest. Dryandra praemorsa grows to 3 metres tall and about 3 metres in diameter. It has long wavy leaves and large yellow flowers. The foliage thins and plants become woody after 5 to 10 years though. The Lamiaceae family is commonly known as the mint family. The leaves are arranged opposite to each other in twos as you go up the stem. The foliage of Lamiaceae is generally aromatic. Australian native plants in the Lamiaceae family include Westringia and Prostanthera. Other plants in this family include mentha, salvia and thyme. There are approximately 65 species of Prostanthera, and all of these are Australian. Prostanthera ovalifolia is an upright or spreading shrub to 2.5 metres in height. The leaves can vary quite a bit in shape. They can be almost round or they can be elongated. Prostanthera magnifica grows to around 1.5 metres in height and perhaps 1 metre in diameter. Prostanthera spelothoides is a very small shrub to only around 30 centimetres in height, but spreading to perhaps 1 metre in diameter. It has red or yellow flowers. Plants in the RHAMNACEAE family have hairs on young stems and leaves. The leaves are often rough or wrinkled. The flowers are tube-like with 4 to 5 petals. Pomaderus includes around 40 species. These are widespread throughout mainly southern Australia. They have yellow or cream flowers clustered into large heads. The individual flowers can often be insignificant in appearance. Pomaderus are generally hardy, prefer good drainage, and like full or filtered sunlight. Dodonaeas are shrubs and small trees in the SAPINDACEAE family. There are around 60 species, mostly Australian. Some Dodonaeas can be short-lived. Most of them grow rapidly and they adapt to a wide range of soils and climates. There are 17 species of Actinotus. Actinotus helanthii grows to around 0.5 metre tall and can spread to 1 or even 1.5 metres in diameter. It has cream white flowers and a soft woolly foliage. The daisy family has a worldwide distribution of around 800 genera and 12,000 species. Australian genera include Helichrysum, Olearia, Helicterum and Brachichiton. The flowers are actually a composite of many flowers fused together to appear as one single flower. Plants in the Asteraceae family are generally fast growing. They flower prolifically and prefer well-drained soils. Brachichiton is a genus of around 60 species in the Asteraceae family. It occurs widely across Australia from coastal areas to alpine areas. There are many varieties of Brachichiton multifida, varying both in habit and flower colour. Rhodanth anthomoides grows to around 50 centimetres tall and 30 centimetres in diameter, and flowers occur over the summer. Rhodanth are generally short-lived plants and often are treated as annuals. They need good drainage and are very good as cut flowers. There are around 100 species of Helichrysum, occurring naturally in Australia. Helichrysum Dargan monarch grows to around 1 metre tall and 1 metre diameter. It has gold flowers most of the year and prefers full sun. The THYMELACEAE family includes the genus Pimelia and the genus Daphne, amongst others. Plants in this family have simple, undivided leaves, and flowers occur in terminal clusters. Pimelia spectabilis grows to around 1 metre tall and half a metre in diameter, with white to pink flowers. Pimelia humilis grows to around 30 centimetres tall and 50 centimetres in diameter. The Apiaceae family include the genera Astroloma, Apacris and Leucopogon, which are all native to Australia. The leaves of these plants are tough and pointed. The main veins are parallel, but this is more obviously seen underneath the leaf surface. The flowers are often small and they usually have 5 petals. Sometimes though the flowers can have 4 or 6 petals. Apacris impressa grows to a height of around 75 centimetres in a small clump. Apacris longiflora is an adaptable shrub growing between 50 centimetres and 2 metres tall, depending on the variety you have, and up to 2 metres in diameter. Apacris gunnii needs moist soil to survive and do well. It grows to around 90 centimetres in height. The family MYRTACEAE is very prominent amongst Australian native plants, including ground covers, trees and shrubs. Myrtaceous plants include the genera Callistemon, Melaleuca, Syzygium, Leptospermum and Eucalyptus, amongst others. Darwinia macrostygia grows to around 1 metre tall, sometimes up to 1.5 metres tall, and spreads perhaps 1 metre in diameter. Darwinia taxifolia is a smaller species, perhaps only growing 10 centimetres or so in height, but spreading 1, maybe even 1.5 metres in diameter. Thryptomene Payne's hybrid is a heath-like plant that can flower for most of the year. It usually grows to around about 70 centimetres tall. Micromyrtus ciliata grows to around 70 centimetres in height and 1 metre diameter. There is also a prostrate form. The white flowers turn reddish as they age. Hypercalma is a small heath-like shrub, anything from maybe 50 centimetres up to about 1 metre in height, and spreading. Camelorsium uncinnatum, commonly known as Geraldine wax, is widely grown as a commercial cut flower. The plant can grow up to 5 metres tall in rare situations, but usually it's more like 2 metres in height. Astartea is a small genus of only 5 species. These heath-like plants can sometimes grow up to 3 metres in height. Astartea heteranthera grows to about 1 metre tall and 1 metre in diameter, has white flowers, and flower stalks are longer than the leaves. There are 36 species of Callothamnus, all from Western Australia. Callothamnus are generally hardy and reasonably frost tolerant. Callothamnus are adaptable to a wide range of soils and climatic conditions. They generally have few pest or disease problems apart from perhaps scale. The family Boweraceae was formerly part of the Saxifragaceae family. Plants in this family have 4 to 5 petals, and the most notable example is the genus Bowera. There are only 3 species of Bowera. Bowera sessiliflora grows to about 2 metres in height and 4 metres in diameter. The family DODONAEA encompasses a number of Australian native genera, including Leschenoltia, Scaevola and Goodenia. There are approximately 60 species of Dampyra. These occur across a wide variety of different natural habitats. In general, they have blue or purple flowers. Some of them are very hardy, but some not so hardy. The foliage is undivided leaves, sometimes with a toothed or wavy margin. Dampyra linearis grows between 20 and 50 centimetres tall. Dampyra trigona grows 50 centimetres tall and spreads to 80 centimetres diameter. Scaevolas include creepers, low herbs and shrubs. There are around 80 species of Scaevola worldwide, most of them coming from Australia. They come from a variety of habitats, mainly in the tropics, but also from temperate climates. The genus Leschenoltia includes around 14 species. These occur naturally in drier areas on sandy soils. In higher rainfall areas, they can be difficult to grow if the roots get too moist. Drainage is the #1 factor in growing a Leschenoltia properly. Leschenoltia formosa is a species which is extremely variable. There are many named varieties of Formosa and many other varieties which occur naturally which are yet not named. The flowers of Leschenoltia formosa are generally yellow, orange, red or shades of those warmer colours. Leschenoltia biloba has blue-green soft needle foliage and brilliant blue flowers. Leschenoltia biloba can grow to around 50 centimetres in height. The family TREMANDRACEAE includes only 3 genera, Tetratheca, Tremandra and Platytheca. Tetratheca includes around 20 species of plants. The flowers of Tetratheca are pink, lilac or purple and bell-like. Tetratheca subophylla grows to around 30 centimetres in height and 1 metre in diameter. Platythecas can be very attractive heath-like shrubs, but they're often short-lived in cultivation. Fabaceae is a legume family, and as such the fruits are pods like a pea. In fact, peas are part of the Fabaceae family. A wide range of Australian native plants are also part of the Fabaceae family. These include Pultonea, Hovea, Dilwinia, Swainsonia and many others. Swainsonia, or Clyanthus formosa, commonly known as Sturt's desert pea, occurs in sandy deserts in all states except Victoria and Tasmania. If you want to grow Swainsonia, provide excellent drainage. Pultonea includes over 100 species, all Australian and mainly from temperate regions. Pultonea villosa grows 1 to 2 metres in height and up to 1 metre in diameter. It has soft foliage and yellow flowers. There are various forms of Pultonea pollifolia. Most of them would grow typically to around 30 centimetres in height and perhaps spread up to 1 metre or so in diameter, with a cascading habit and orange to yellow flowers. Hoveas include both shrubs and creepers. They come from open forests and woodlands, and there are around 12 species, all Australian, and most of them widely distributed. Hovea elliptica is one of the more popular and commonly grown hoveas. It can reach 2 to 3 metres in height and spread 1 to 1.5 metres in diameter. Dilwinia cinerescens grows anything from 1/2 metre to 2 metres in height. It has yellow and orange flowers and does best in filtered sunlight with good drainage. There are approximately 20 species of Dilwinias. All of them are Australian and they come naturally from sandy heaths and open forests. This section of the video deals with small bushy, clump-forming plants with narrow leaves. As a group, they're known as monocotyledons. Orthroxanthus are small clump-forming plants. The foliage is grass-like and the flowers are small and look a little bit like an iris. There are 11 species of Anagasanthus. These come from generally sandy or gravelly, well-drained soils in southwest Western Australia. Most Anagasanthus are relatively susceptible to fungal diseases. Conostylus are small, tuft-forming plants with strap-like leaves. The flower heads of Conostylus are yellow, white or pink and often woolly in appearance. There are over 20 species of Conostylus and a number of named varieties. Conostylus aurea grows to around 30 centimetres in height and anything from 30 to 50 centimetres in diameter. Conostylus prolifera produces a tiny clump to 10 centimetres tall with cream to pale flowers. It needs good drainage and partial shade. Stipandras are tuft-forming plants from the lily family. Commonly they have blue flowers with yellow anthers. This video has only touched on some of the many thousands of Australian native shrubs which you can learn about and perhaps try growing in your own garden. You can learn more through reading, through visiting native gardens, or perhaps even through doing a course on Australian native plants.